A good restart from him. The 49 of Patrick Royalty. He's going to try to work to the inside of the 222 of Chris down to the turn number 1. That's where he's going to dive. Royalty on the inside, Chris on the outside. They'll battle off of turn number 2. A good drive off of 2 for the 49 of Royalty. They're going to be side by side in turn number 3.
Royalty continues to battle on the inside of Chris. Brad Smith up front taking the high line. Royalty down to the inside on the apron. Side by side for second as they come down the front stretch. Royalty continues on the inside of Chris. Royalty side by side with Chris down at turn number 2. Trying to motor by him. Still side by side with Smith in the lead. Royalty on the inside for second and Chris on the outside for second as well.
The 222 at Dustin Chris getting just enough momentum to keep the 49 at Patrick Royalty at bay. It looks like that bottom is a little bit better in 1 and 2. The top is better in 3 and 4. That makes for great side-by-side racing as the 222 at Dustin Chris, he clears for second. The 07 of Harris runs fourth. And then there's the 28 of Andy Bryant.
Andy Bryant's going to try to make a move in this pack to see if he can come up there and get the win. We got 5 laps remaining in this 15-lap feature event. Again, up front, it's going to be Brad Smith showing the way. Royalty inside of Chris as they continue side by side in that battle for second. Here's the 07 moving up, and Andy Bryant moving inside of Daniel Harris trying to take over spot number 3.
The 7 of Doug Keller was able to work around the 191 of Neiman for that 6th position, but this top 5 battle, this race has not been settled yet. Any of these top 5 could walk away with this one. The 222 of Dustin Chris, he is now going to be all over the back bumper. The 99 of Brad Smith, we're going to have 3 to go this time by off of turn number 4.
Here they come to the start-finish line. Again, it's going to be Smith showing the way side by side with Royalty and Chris. Royalty all over the back of him, now to the inside, going side by side for second. Harris right there, Andy Bryant trying to take it over. Here comes Royalty, again side by side with Chris as he comes into turn number 3. Smith showing the way, Royalty on the inside for second, and it's going to be Chris still side by side. Now Royalty takes over spot number 2 as they come by the start-finish line.
Royalty so close to clearing the 222 of Chris, but just not able to do it, as now he's going to try to do it off of turn number 2. Can't quite get it done that time by. That might have been enough for the 99 of Brad Smith to breathe a little bit easier, but he's still going to have one more lap to hang on to it. The white flag is out, and now the 49 of Royalty, he's cleared for second.
Brad Smith continues to show the way. Chris trying to battle his way back on the outside. Harris right there. Andy Bryant in that group as well. Royalty now sets his sights on the leader, Brad Smith. Smith comes into turn number 3. Here comes Royalty to the inside as they come out of 3. As they come into 4. It's side by side. Who's going to get it at the line? It's going to be Brad Smith, Royalty, Chris, Harris, and Andy Bryant. 1, 2, 3, 4 at the line.
What a race for night number 2 of the Rick Beebe Smokin' Hot Summer Series. Your winners, the 99 of Brad Smith. Second will be the 49 of Patrick Royalty. Big points for the 49 of Royalty, as him and the 07 of Daniel Harris, as well as the 28 of Andy Bryant, are all going to be on top of each other in terms of points as we roll into night number 3 here on Friday for the Smokin' Hot Summer Series.
Oh, that Craig Reynolds and Gene Stiegel, row number 4. Here we go. The green flag is out and the race is on.
It's an even start between the 417 of Anderson and the 12B of Rigsby as they battle door to door into turn number 1. Anderson on the inside, Rigsby on the outside, and then there's the 05 of Brett Heater. That's how they will file into single file down into turn number 3.
Heater looks very quick, moves to the inside of Rigsby as they come through, but it's going to be Anderson, again, side-by-side battle for the lead as they come out of turn number 4. And it's going to be Rigsby again now. It's going to be Anderson with the lead. Rigsby moving side-by-side with Heater on the inside for second as they come out of turn number 2.
Brett Heater now works to the inside of Rigsby. They're going to be side-by-side into turn number 3. Heater on the bottom, Rigsby up on the top shelf. Heater going to try to get the drive off of turn number 4. He's going to get it, move Heater into second of the line down into turn number 1.
And Anderson continues to lead. Murray now moving up to the inside of Dixon, trying to take over spot number 4 as they come out of turn number 2. Dixon able to motor back, and he's keeping that position still side by side for that. Up front, it's going to be Anderson still showing the way. Heater trying to move up on the inside. Now it doesn't have quite enough as Rigsby able to continue on the outside. Still side by side for second. Now some heat on Anderson at the lead.
Anderson got just a little bit too loose. That forced the 05 of Heater have to check up a little bit. Now the 05 of Heater, he's going to throw a slider up in front of the 12B of Rigsby. Rigsby's going to give him a little bit of a bumper, and now roles are reversed as now the 05 of Heater has cleared Rigsby into turn number 1.
Rigsby back and forth now. He looks to the inside of Heater, trying to get that position. Not able to do so. Heater able to throw the block. Anderson continues up front in the lead. Heater in the second spot, using the cushion. He's got a little momentum coming out of 4. Anderson uses the inside. Here comes Heater on the outside, but it's going to be Anderson. Anderson, Heater, and Rigsby 1, 2, 3 at the line. Murray in the fourth position, and Dixon trying to move up into that spot right on the back of Murray as they come out of turn 2.
Brett Heater with a new look on that race car for this series. He's now right up against the cushion, right where he likes to be, as he's going to get to the outside almost to the 417 Anderson. Anderson's going to need to move up. He's going to try to slide up in front of Heater. Heater's going to get to his outside, and that might be all Heater needed. Heater's going to work to the outside. Anderson on the bottom. Anderson's going to drive it a little bit deeper, but Brett Heater is going to blitz around the top side of the racetrack. Your new leader off of turn number 4 is the 05 of Brett Heater.
Brett Heater takes the lead on lap number 7. Coming out of turn 4, here comes Anderson back to the inside for the lead. Coming out of turn number 2, Heater's able to shut the door as that race for the lead continues to go on. Again, it's going to be Heater to the outside, Anderson to the inside as they come out of turn number 4.
Brett Heater trying to go 2 for 2 with the first 2 nights of the Prime Racing Products Smoking Hot Summer Series. He's out front. Anderson, he's not giving up easy. He's continuing to try to work the middle to bottom of the racetrack. Still just a couple car lengths behind. Rigsby runs 3rd. Murray runs 4th. Dixon runs 5th. As it's going to still be Brett Heater. 9 laps in this time. 3 more to go here in the USRA Stock Car Feature.
Heater's found a good way around the track using that cushion on the outside. Anderson trying to use the inside line and then the middle, but not able to get enough speed as he comes out of the corner. So Heater again showing the way with Anderson in 2nd, at Destin 3rd. As they go into turn number 4, it's going to be Brett Heater again showing the way at the start-finish line with Anderson in 2nd.
Heaters just has 2 more circuits around I-35 Speedway. He's right up against the cushion. Anderson running the middle of the racetrack. Rigsby up there in that 3rd position. Murray 4th, Dixon 5th, Sauter in 6th, Reynolds in 7th, and then comes the S20 and Gene Stiegel. As off of turn number 4, the white flag will fly for the 05 of Brett Heater.
Brett Heater gets the white flag. 1 more lap remains. Anderson in the 2nd spot. Rigsby in 3rd. Murray in 4th. Dixon in 5th. Here they come down the backstretch. It's going to be Heater as he continues to pull away as Anderson nearly clips the outside wall coming out of turn number 2. Coming out of turn number 4. Here he comes. Your leader out of turn number 4. It's going to be the winner, Brett Heater.
Heater wins. The 417 Anderson will be 2nd. The 12B of Brian Rigsby 3rd. Then will come the 75 of Cletus Murray, followed by the 88 of Jeff Dixon.
How about a big hand for the driver of the 04 car? Started inside row number 2, Brett.
The outside, we're going to try this one for a 3rd time, and it's an even start between the 29 of Elliott and the 97 of Johnson. Johnson going to go back to the cushion. Elliott going to go right on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to slide up to the middle, and your leader off of turn number 2 for the 3rd time is going to be the 29 of Dennis Elliott.
Elliott continues to lead Johnson in spot number 2 as they come around side by side for 3rd. But again, it's going to be Dennis Elliott showing the way as it comes to the start-finish line. It's going to be Johnson and then Shane Lawson and a couple of cars getting together down the front stretch. One of those looks like the number 11 of Derek Hicks and also the 98D of Mark Dodson. Manley and Lamar, I believe, in that as well as they came down the front stretch. Some heavy contact between the 98. Elliott takes him down to the bottom of the apron. Green flag is out and we're back underway.
Elliott gets a good restart. Your battle's going to be for 2nd between the 78 of Derek Hicks and the 97 of Houston Johnson. Hicks tries to slide up a little bit, unable to make it happen, but here comes the 4M of Manley Lamar. He gets a good drive off at turn number 2, and back there in 5th, here comes the 85D of Mark Dodson.
Dodson comes back on the inside. Now he moves to the top side. Your leader coming out of turn number 4, it's going to be Elliott, followed by Shane Lawson. And here comes Houston Johnson again. Now he'll move to the inside. 3-wide battle for the 4th position, further back in the field.
Manley Lamar in that 4M. He's put together a solid run. Moves into 3rd. Here comes the 85D of Mark Dodson. He's going to try to split him 3 wide in the middle. He's going to make that work. Move Mark Dodson into 4th. He's going to try to fight for 3rd down the front straightaway. And then at turn number 1.
Mark Dodson now side by side for 3rd. Now he's going to set his sights on 2nd. Nearly got Derek Hicks as it comes. Still side by side with Manley Lamar as they come into turn number 3. Dodson on the outside. Lamar on the inside. Now it's going to be Dodson that'll take over that spot. Lamar still hanging on to 3rd as he moves to the inside of Dodson.
Dodson working the inside of the racetrack. He's going to try to shut the door on the 4M of Lamar. He's going to do that, and Lamar gets a little bit loose. Here comes back the 97 of Houston Johnson to his outside, but Lamar hangs on to 4th into turn number 3.
Elliott continues to show the way. Hicks in the 2nd spot. Some pressure from Houston Johnson as they come down out of turn number 4. Manley Lamar right there on the inside. Here comes Dodson on the inside of Hicks trying to take over spot number 2. Not able to do so as Hicks is able to motor away.
Dotson in that 85. He's going to get to the back bumper. The 78 of Derek Hicks off of turn number 4. Hicks is going to get the better drive off of turn number 4. But we are now 6 laps in, 14 to go for the 29 of Dennis Elliott.
Dennis Elliott doing a great job. Here comes Dotson again on the inside, looking at the inside of Hicks, coming through the corner. Again, Hicks able to hit the accelerator and pull away a little bit from Dotson. Dotson coming back on all the corners to the inside, going side by side with Hicks, but Hicks able to drive out of it and keep the second spot for now.
Dennis Elliott in the 29, he's still out front. Hicks runs second, Dotson third, Lamar fourth, Johnson fifth, Shaw sixth, Schaffman seventh, Keller eighth, Hansen ninth. As off of turn number 4, your leader still the 29 of Dennis Elliott, 8 laps in, 12 to go.
Hicks nearly got a little bit sideways coming out of turn number 4, able to keep it under control and keep that speed. Here comes Dotson again, back on the inside, taking a look, can't do it. Again, it's Elliott showing the way up front as those two continue to battle in second. It's Hicks and Dotson, second and third as they come through turn number 4.
Off of 4, it's still Elliott, your leader. Hicks is kind of settled down with the 85 of Mark Dotson. Dotson slipping back a couple car lengths from Hicks. Johnson now solidly in that 4th position. Now Manly Lamar in that 4M. He gets a little bit loose, keeps it straight, loses a couple positions, and that'll move the 11 of Darren Shaw up into 5th.
Again, it's Elliott showing the way past the start-finish line. We're halfway home. The 78 car of Hicks in the second spot. Takes a little bit higher this time. Dotson right up there with them. Let's see if Dotson has anything for him as the laps start to tick away. Elliott continues on at the high side. Hicks up there as well. Dotson follows suit in the 3rd spot as they come across the start-finish line. 1, 2, 3.
Dotson in the 85D. He's your highest runner of racer. No, that's the 78 of Derek Hicks. He's your highest runner of racers from last night in the Smoking Hot Summer Series, so he's putting together a good points night. Behind him in the 85D, Mark Dotson. They were separated by 1 position last week. These two could be at the top of the point standings as we move into night number 3, and there's still time to chase down the 29 of Dennis Elliott.
Elliott's got 12 laps in with 8 laps remaining. A good lead so far. Hicks trying to close the door a little bit further, right in that cushion, trying to get momentum. Dotson right behind those two, but Elliott able to continue on in the lead as they complete lap number 13.
The 11 of Darren Shaw starting to work a little bit of a different line, trying to chase down the 97 of Houston Johnson. Johnson still right up against the cushion. Is now the 4M of Manly Lamar has looped that car around over in the middle of 1 and 2, and that will bring out the yellow flag and evaporate the lead for the 20.
Bob Reber looks them over. They hit the gas. The green flag is back out, and we are back underway.
And it's a little bit of a squirrely restart back there in the pack. The 97 of Houston Johnson all over the place. The 11 of Darren Shaw, he's going to be the beneficiary of that. He's going to slot into 4th. The 85D of Mark Dotson, he's trying to clear the 78 of Hicks for 2nd. He will do so. Move the 85D of Dotson up into 2nd.
Dotson moves up to 2nd, and here comes Darren Shaw in the 11 car as well, trying to make his way up into that pack. But again, it's going to be Elliott showing the way, and again, side by side for 2nd. And here comes Hicks back to the inside, taking over that spot. He slides high, and Dotson is able to get by him. Here comes Shaw as well, trying to take over that 3rd spot.
The 11 of Darren Shaw, we're seeing him work the bottom of the racetrack. We usually see him up against the cushion, but he's trying to get that car hooked up on the bottom, and it looks like he's going to try to do so tonight. But a big run off the corner for the 78 of Hicks. He's going to stay in that 3rd position.
Right there on the outside. Hicks looking to the pass. Dotson able to shut the door. Elliott a little bit higher that time, coming out of the exit of turn number 2, using the cushion. Dotson down the inside, trying to use the short line, but also not getting that momentum as Hicks is able to come up a little bit further as well. Still side by side now for 2nd as Dotson getting some pressure now from Derek Hicks on the outside for 2nd as they come out of turn 2.
Darren Shaw sliding back to the clutches of the 97 of Houston Johnson, the 78 of Hicks. He's back to the outside of the 85D of Dotson. Dotson on the bottom, Hicks up top. Off of turn number 4, gives 2nd back to the 78 of Derek Hicks.
3 laps remain for the leader, Dennis Elliott, trying to hold on. Again, that battle is Hicks on the outside, Dotson on the inside. Here comes Dotson side by side. Hicks on the outside, Dotson on the inside. Through 3, through the exit of turn 4. Who's it going to be as they come out of turn number 4? Elliott still leading. It's going to be Hicks and then Dotson.
29 at Dennis Elliott just has a couple more circuits to go. Now the 78 at Derek Hicks. He gets too high. Over the berm he goes. He's going to lose 1, 2. And it looks like he's going to hang on to the 4th position, and that moves the 11 of Darren Shaw to 3rd and the 85D of Dotson up to 2nd.
Light flag comes out for your leader. Here is Dennis Elliott getting the white flag, and now Mark Dodson finds himself in second place. Can he catch the leader as they come out of turn number 2? Down the backstretch they go. Dennis Elliott with the lead through 3. Dodson trying to catch him. Will he be able to do it? Doesn't look like it's going to happen. It's going to be Dennis Elliott who comes out of turn number 4 with the win. Dennis Elliott with the win. Dodson in the second spot.
Dennis Elliott picks up the win here in the Smoking Hot Summer Series night number 2. Dodson with a great points night after a top 10 last week. Then comes the Darren Shaw, Derek Hicks, and then the 97 of Houston Johnson.
How about a big hand for the driver, the number 29? Hicks in the 78, just outside of row number 2. Inside him is Dennis Elliott and a host of others. Here we come. Green flag is out and we are underway. Austin Johnson on the outside. It's the 85 of Hicks. Moving to the inside, but Dodson on the inside takes the lead at the drop of the green flag and heads down the backstretch. Dennis Elliott moving to the inside, trying to get that second position. He's got a good battle for it on the outside as now Austin Johnson moves up. Give that to Hicks. As again, it's going to be the Dodson taking the lead as they come out of turn number 2. Here comes Elliott looking on the inside. He's got Austin Johnson back in position number 3. And Derek Hicks in position 4. Hicks trying to move to the inside to take over that spot from Austin Johnson. Not going to have it this time by. Caution flag comes out on the track. Sure. And Dodson alone on the front row have control of the field as he comes rolling through turn number 3. Goes to the high side. Probably will diamond down to the bottom of the track, and he does so. Hits the gas, and we are back underway. Dodson quickly to the lead again, continuing up front with Elliott in the second spot. Austin Johnson, and then 78 of Derek Hicks in the 4th position. Houston Johnson trying to move up, as well as Manley Lamar in the 4M. Continuing up front, it's Mark Dodson showing the way as Elliott tries to take a glance inward to the inside line. Not able to do so this time by. 3 laps down with 17 to go. Here comes Elliott again, looking to the inside of Dodson. Is not going to make the move this time, but again, right there with them on his bumper as he takes it through 3 and 4. Elliott right there looking on the inside as Dodson content. Now he's going to slam the door shut on the inside, but Elliott right down on the apron, side by side for the lead as he take it through turn number 2. Dodson able to motor away just a little bit as Elliott bobbles slightly coming through turn number 4. Elliott right there again on the back of Dodson for the lead as they come through turns 1 and 2. Hicks trying to move inside of Austin Johnson, not able to do so. Manley Lamar further back in the pack, looking to the inside, trying to move past Billy Hoover in a side-by-side battle. 6 laps down, 14 left to go. Again, Dodson showing the way. Elliott in the 2nd position. Austin Johnson in 3rd. 78 of Derek Hicks now looks to the inside of Austin Johnson, trying to make the pass for the 3rd spot, coming out of turn 4, not able to make it. Elliott again with that pressure on Mark Dodson coming through 1 and 2. Again, that side-by-side battle between Austin Johnson and the 78 of Derek Hicks. Hicks moving to the inside now for position 3 as they come through turn number 4. Hicks side by side still as they come down the front stretch. Austin Johnson motors away slightly, but here comes Hicks back on the inside, trying to put a slide job in front of Austin Johnson. Still side by side for that 3rd spot down the backstretch. Hicks and Johnson side by side through 3 and 4 as that 3rd place battle continues on lap number 9. Johnson able to push away just a little bit. And then here comes Hicks back to the inside, and Hicks spins a little bit in turn number 2. Able to keep it going forward. Houston Johnson takes the pass on him as well, moving up into that 4th position. Meanwhile, Dodson continues to lead at the halfway point. Mark Dodson, Dennis Elliott, 1-2 as they come to the line. Austin Johnson, a distant 3rd, trying to make up that gap between 2nd and 3rd. Hicks trying to battle back in front and next to Houston Johnson. Now they're side by side for 4th. Dodson continues to lead a spin in turn number 2. Brings out the caution flag.
Okay, he's done for the night. That's
2/8 of John Hansen's. Shane Lawson, Manley Lamar. Here we go. Getting ready for the green flag. The green flag is out and we are underway. Dodson again motors away with a good lead at the drop of the green flag. Elliott right there with him, right behind him, side by side again for the third position. Austin Johnson coming up a little bit as Elliott didn't hit the gas or had a little slower time getting through 1 and 2. Now Austin Johnson's going to battle the outside, trying to take over spot number 2 on Dennis Elliott. Moving to the outside, here comes Austin Johnson, side by side for second. Through 1 and 2. Johnson still outside of Elliott. Elliott will finally clear him coming down the backstretch. Dotson continues to lead up front. Elliott trying to make up a little bit of the gap there in the second spot. Austin Johnson comes back again on the outside of Elliott. Took a look. Not going to do it. Here they come through 1 and 2. Elliott this time takes a little bit of a middle lane and will shut off Johnson coming through 1 and 2. 12 laps down to 8 laps to go for Mark Dotson, the leader, as he comes out of turn number 4. 7 laps to go now for Dotson as he takes it through 1 and 2. Elliott trying to make up that gap again, about 3 or 4 car lengths back. Austin Johnson about the same distance back in third. Hicks back in, looking now at the inside of Johnson, trying to make up that third spot. Let's see if he's able to close the gap. He's right on the back of Austin Johnson as they come by the start-finish line. 5 laps remain. Good battle again continues on for that third position. Derek Hicks looking back to the inside of Austin Johnson, the leader, still Mark Dotson as he comes out of turn 4. Dotson, Elliott, Johnson, and Hicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Manley Lamar gets a little out of shape coming through turn number 2, able to keep it straight. Continues on at the back of the field. Our leader, Mark Dotson, getting ready to come by and pass him as they come out of turn number 4. Dotson continues to show the way now with 3 laps remaining. Dotson in 1 and 2. Elliott taking a higher line this time by coming out of turn number 2. Again, side-by-side battle for third. Here comes Hicks on the inside of Johnson. Hicks is going to make the pass as they head into turn 3. Makes the slide job up. Let's see if Johnson will come back and try to crossover move. He's not able to do it as Hicks takes over position 3. Dotson held up a little bit by Manley Lamar as they came down out of turn number 2 and able to clear him successfully. Elliott just behind him in the second spot. Let's see if he's able to clear him. He does, as Manley takes a little bit of the inside line. 1 more lap to go for the leader, Mark Dotson, as they come by the start-finish line. Elliott in the second spot. Hicks in the third position, and a caution flag on the track. A spin coming out of turn number 4 will bring out the caution flag. 2 cars involved down there in turn 4. Looks like Hoover and also Shane Lawson down there in turn 4 as well. And you got Derek Hicks right behind him and Austin Johnson, Houston Johnson, Shane Lawson, all those guys right there ready to try to take the win. Here they come out of 4. The green flag is out and the race is on. Dotson with a good lead as he comes down the front stretch. Again, looking at the inside. This time Elliott takes the middle line. Side-by-side battle for the third position. Hicks is able to continue that in spot number 3. White flag will come out for the leader this time by. Here he comes, Mark Dotson with 1 more lap to go. Elliott right behind him in the second spot. Let's see what Elliott can do. Looking at the outside. He'll look to the inside. Not able to do it on that turn number 2. Here comes Dotson. Here comes Elliott charging back, trying to take over that spot. Here comes Dotson. Here comes Elliott. Who's going to win it? It looks like it's going to be Mark Dotson who'll get the win, followed by Elliott and the 78 of Hicks. Austin Johnson, Shane Lawson, Manley Lamar as they come across the line. Smith down there as well. So we'll have Jacob heading down there. It looks like Jacob is in position. So let's throw it down to Jacob Blair in Victory Lane and McCarthy Auto Group Winners Circle as he gets up to Dennis Elliott. Here is Jacob Blair.
Yeah, we're with USRA Modified Feature winner here tonight, the 29 of Dennis Elliott. Dennis, you got out front early, and then you had some guys battling there with you, the 78 of Derek Hicks, the 85D of Mark Dotson, the guys we see up here all the time, and you're able to hang on to it tonight.
Yeah, I just kept rolling that top, and I just felt I couldn't hear nobody, and I just felt like it was really rolling good and flashing up pretty good, and it was just a good night. And I owe this all to my dad. We got took out by a real bonehead deal last weekend and tore up a bunch of stuff, but we talked to a few guys last week that I think made the car better, but went on vacation last Sunday morning, and Dad stuck straight on the car and got everything back, and we wouldn't be here without him. I mean, he does this thing, and I can't.
And anyone else you like to think that helped you get here tonight?
Yeah, I got Dustin Jenkins here. He's been playing hooky on me a lot this year, but it makes our life so much easier when he's here to help us at the racetrack. And like I say, want to thank my family. I want to thank God. I want to thank everybody, because without everybody, I mean, I'm just the guy that drives it. And so I'm just a fortunate one that gets to take the accolades when we do good, I guess.
Also picking up night number 2 of the Rick Beebe and Prime Racing Products Smoking Hot Summer Series. So congratulations to our USRA Modified Feature winner tonight, the 29 of Dennis Elliott.
Next winner in winner's circle. So it looks like they're getting the photographers lined up for the picture. And let's see. It looks like Jacob is getting ready. And so let's throw it down to Jacob Blair.
We are down here with our USRAB Modified Feature winner tonight. Night number 2 of the Smoking Hot Summer Series. Brad, a little bit of redemption tonight. Got out front. You had to hang on to it. Battled there with Patrick Royalty, and you end up with the win tonight.
Yeah, first and foremost, glory to God. Man, that was different. The track was real slick. Didn't set the card up like I was supposed to, but we got lucky. I mean, that's all it boils down to. Redeemed ourselves from last night, a little mishap or whatever, so it is what it is, and we'll just keep on trucking.
Yeah, and the track tonight, you looked like you were up top, and that's where you wanted to be, and you left the bottom open, and no one could make the run on you.
Yeah, he shot in there on that last lap where that's the only time I seen him. But, if I stayed off the brake, we were all right. But them corners come up pretty fast, so I was trying to ride the brake too. And I don't know, it was just pussyfooting around, I guess.
And anyone else you'd like to thank to help you pick up the win tonight?
Actually, all my sponsors on this car, my whole family, Luke Neiman Motorsports, Kitty Style, Prime Racing, thanks for putting this series together. Then, like I said, all my family, my wife, man, I'm grateful.
Well, congratulations. That's your USRA B Modified Feature winner here tonight on night number 2 of the Rick Beebe Heating and Air Conditioning Prime Racing Products Smoking Hot Summer Series. The 4M Stephen McCarthy. Stephen, a good run tonight. You were able to get out front, working some different lines, but you found one that worked for you, and you ran away with the win tonight.
Yeah, I was down restarting on the bottom, and it seemed to work all right, and I didn't really want to move to the high side until I got pressured up there, and just kind of made it work down there. Didn't really want to be there, but it was the line I needed to be in, I guess.
Yeah, and you had early battles there with the 09, and then were able to talk about those early battles just a little bit.
Yeah, she got a real good start on me. I spun the tires, and she got down in front of me, and fortunately for me, we were able to get another start at it, and I was able to push her up the track a little bit more so I can get some bite, and we ended up working out.
And anyone else you'd like to thank to help you pick up the win tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Sam's Liquor, PMC Construction, everybody on this car, Rich's Custom Engines. My dad, he worked on it all morning while I was at work, getting it ready from after racing last night, so couldn't have done it without him.
Congratulations. That's your E-Modified Feature winner tonight, the 4M of Stephen McCarr. We now work our way over to the half crazy of John Willard. And John, this car looked like it was on a rail tonight. You got out front, never looked back, and took away and sailed away with this one.
Yeah, well, we won that one 2 weeks ago, and then last week we had an unfortunate incident in turn 2 and knocked us out first. So I guess this is just payback for what it was. The car felt good. I told the other guys it's going to be a slick night when the A-Mod's running first. So I just kind of held on to it and did what I could do, and we came out on front.
Anyone you'd like to thank to help you pick up the win tonight?
Well, I thank the crew for getting the car back together. I mean, they had to fix all 3 of them because all 3 of them got damaged in that stuff last week. So, I mean, if it wasn't for their hard work, we wouldn't be here.
Well, congratulations. That's your Sport Compact Feature winner tonight, the half crazy of John Willard.
Let's go back down here.
I'll work our way over to the 72 of Ron Hill. And Ron, you made it a little bit interesting. Your scheduled start on the pole, you dropped back and made the move early and then ran away with the feature.
Yeah, we just wanted to do something a little different. My boy said, why don't you start in the back? I thought, well, boy, we don't hurt nothing. Let the kids up there and have fun. I love them seeing them kids up there. That's kind of cool, them leading the way and actually getting to show us get the start down. Riley's going to get it. I've seen something on Facebook. The reason we do this sport is because it takes 2 balls. She ain't got none. And she kicks our butt sometimes. She gives us a challenge to get around her. That's that's as fun as just getting up here on the high side and just running it. So, I mean, my hat's off to them youngins that are really coming on to doing this. I mean, I love them here. I think it's cool.
And anyone you'd like to thank on this car that helped you picked up another feature win tonight?
Every one of them, plus my wife.
Well, congratulations. That's your pure stock feature winner tonight, the 72 of Ron Hill.